Okay, I'm about to show my dad and my uncle Screaming Eagles for the first time. They've never heard it. And I want to ask them some questions. Here we go. Can we listen to it?
Okay. Yes. Can we get some tissues?
Dear Shirley, it's early on a Friday. The eastern sun is rising and the crew is all asleep. This coffee that I'm sipping, God, it makes me miss the mornings laying next to you. But these letters get me through. Dear Shirley, what do you think?
That's outstanding.
Same as out there.
What did you think when I first showed you the song?
We had a demo that you shared with us, and we listened to it, and every time we listen to it, there's tears.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's not a sad song, but it's just a very close song.
Right.
And what you do to represent the military and the 101st Airborne is just phenomenal.
There were a lot of tears because it was proud tears, and I really didn't get to know my mother because she died when I was so young. So it was just it felt right. It felt really good, and it was phenomenal. Really. And Laura and I both always have a handkerchief ready.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Love you.
Wild thing that I was involved with was bringing him down to Tampa and getting him to the first reunion. And when he went to this conference, they were trying to recognize, I think, 17 members to take them to Normandy on D-Day. They asked him if he would go. I said, I'll have to talk to him and see. And because they were going to announce it at dinner. And he held on until we were walking down the hallway to the dinner to say he wanted to go. We asked him several times throughout the day, and it was just wild. I think he was just egging us on. But that's Dad.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate to be able to take him to Normandy and relive what he experienced there 75 years ago. And you could see it in his eyes. That was a great experience for me, and he never talked about the wars.
I've said the first time I ever heard Pop ever talk about the war was when we went down to Florida to watch Justin play baseball, and all of a sudden I heard Pop say, "Well, they came in and it dropped here in our foxhole, and I picked it up and I threw it out." So he was talking about the war with Justin, and he had never talked to me. And I'm like, what? So I got in. So he really, I think he really started talking more about it in those last few years, in the last several years. We were at his place in Florida. He started telling a couple stories about his paratrooping, which was really funny. So, the one that I can remember is he says, oh yeah, the first jump we ever had in practice and stuff, we got out in the plane, we all got our chutes ready and stuff, and I was the fifth one in line. So they all went out, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the first thing they tell you when your chute opens is to look up to make sure it's open. He says, I didn't do that. And he says, I was going down, I thought everything was great, but then the guy that was on the ground with the bullhorn was screaming up, number four, you're coming too fast. I heard him, but I was number 5. I didn't know what he was talking about, but I guess I had passed number 4 and now became number 4. And he did end up having a hard landing, but he was okay. From what I've heard with anybody that's experienced the war, it's not easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Bad memories. I mean,
Yeah.
you can have a buddy shot right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
He had his hats and his awards that he received, and the uniforms were impeccable. And he would sit and look at some of the films that people were dressed today, and he'd say that uniform's not right, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, and he would be able to pick it apart, and he just knows how it's supposed to be. We were getting some of the things from his house after he passed. He left a parachute hanger that you put on the cable, and he had that wrapped in paper with a note what it was for and the date that he got it.
Of course, the date. Showed you in person the 101st Airborne whiskey bottle. It's awesome. Look at the eagle.
What a beautiful eagle.
Yep.
And I know he loved his bourbon.
What do you think he would think of this song?
After going to Normandy with him and hearing some of the stories that weren't in detail, but just some of the stories, and this song touches so many military people that I think he's smiling up there. Don't you think?
I think so. I think he would love it.
It's a great tribute, not only to him, because he never likes to be in the spotlight, but I think Screaming Eagle is what he was all about, and he loved that. He was proud of that.
Was that his? Stand up. Let's show it. Show it to the camera. This is Grandpa's shirt.
This is his shirt, and this is something he wore at all the parties, and I just thought we're here for a nice party, and I'd wear it. And this is his belt that I'm fortunate to be able to keep, and I wear it every possible day that I can in his remembrance.
Well, I don't have the belt buckle, but I got the picture that was at the funeral.
Yeah.
And I say hi to Pop every morning.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You do have that picture of him staring at you?
Yeah, but he's just
Yeah.
Dear Shirley, it's early on a Sunday, and I'm coming home.